Okay, all seems to be looking good. Hey guys, welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. I'm your host as always, Mr. J07, and we're just going to be diving right back into things. We're going to be concluding Case 4 this time. We are going to uncover Nekomaru's killer, if there even is a killer at all. We could rule this out as the same as the first game in the fourth case where it was ruled as a suicide. Now I feel like that may be brought up in this case, but I have a weird suspicion that he didn't commit suicide. But I have yet to see the evidence put into play, so I'll let the game speak for itself. Without further ado, let's dive on in. Just continue, yep. Then we're gonna set skills real quick because I know for a fact that I got a new skill courtesy of Nekomaru. Power of Life and Death. Easy to push through an opponent's argument, effective during rebuttal showdown. Oh. Yeah, I've got the skill points, I might as well. And I can't equip any new skills, so that's a little... I should have done that before we went into this. I always forget that you have to equip, like, skills from, like, the Hope Fragment shop or whatever that Monami does, but I never think to go there. So, oops. I'm just gonna go over the evidence again real quick. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Wait, can I? Wait, no, I can I? Oh my, I can right here. Okay, cool, I can actually get more, so... Maybe I'll spend like the first half trying to see if I can get any more important skills. That might be nice, maybe I'll get that. I only have 9 left, so let me see. No. Well, I already have upshift, so I can't combine it with that, so that's fine. Decreases delay between firing truth bullets during the non-stop debate. Speed of memorizing a statement. That could be nice. Focus gauge decreases at a slow rate during concentration and fever time. Increased damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Increased bullet capacity. Easier to shift mood to your favor. Increased during rebuttal showdown. Cannot be combined with fine sword. Sharpness increases by 5. I might actually grab this because I really hate the sword section. And I can only get enough for downshift. So I might as well just get it to have it. Fill in some free space. And we're just gonna go back to skills. And equip whatever we can. Oh, well, there was no point buying that, but oh well. Find sword, and then... Did I already get delusion? Oh. Reduces aiming speed, increases aiming speed. I think I'd much rather have increased aiming speed than decreased. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for another hot second to make sure that I'm coming through alright and check audio and visual levels. I don't want this lagging out as often as it's been in the past. Okay. Okay, I hope I'm coming through alright. I think we're just gonna get right into it. Anyone here at all, or looks kind of blank in the chat room?
Let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
You go, Akane.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane! You seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
The boys have alibis.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Excuse me?
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
Yep.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Okay. Calm down now.
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Did you just call her, like, dumb?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon was just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably the toy hammer, right? Well, not the toy hammer, but the clean hammer. Yeah, the new looking hammer.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
It's brand new. How could you beat the crap out of someone and make it so clean?
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Then where's the, like, towel or handkerchief that was used to wipe it off with?
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Bro, I was on your side before, but now you've just, like, pushed me to the side, so you're no longer my bro. Fuyuhiko's my new bro.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
True, bro. True.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Don't call him baby.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Oh, sure. Because you're that smart and devious.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
So the tipped over column. The broken pillar.
I see! The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, it's barely budging. Yep. We couldn't move it.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
You're implying Nekomaru could have lifted that?
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
I knew this would come into play. We're trying to rule this as a suicide, but I don't buy it.
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School life was apparently ruled as a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
What? We're gonna button on the floor to give a pillar chain, pillar fragment. Oh, the fragments, yeah. That's why I have to do the order, right?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar? Is that really it? No, because if they had tipped the pillar over yeah, had the pillar fallen to crush Nekomaru or even hit his head, the pillar would fall and then Nekomaru would fall. So then, doesn't explain the pillar, no, the pillar fragments, right? Wait. They're implying that the pillar was used as the murder weapon to hit him over the head with. But had the pillar already fallen, then he fell on top of the fragments.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Nope.
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Right.
Huh?
Not beneath
Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
them. That's okay, Sonia.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already!
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual.
You have so much sass this case, Nagito.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you?
That's what I want to know too.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
But we don't know what that. Oh wait, we don't know what that is. But he may very well know what that is.
Ultimate weapon?
He just chose not to divulge any information to us.
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Okay, calm down, calm down, Gundam.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
I see.
He gets all embarrassed whenever Sonia compliments him.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
He's weaseling in on my girl.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Just keep rubbing the salt in that fresh open wound, Nagito.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
Which are, we've proven, one and the same.
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
Yep.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
What?
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Kiss ass.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Oh no, who gave her Parappa the Rapper? The 2 houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Let us throw some proof in these guys' faces.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
Not necessarily.
And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Kiss ass. This whole time we've been thinking that the towers are the same building, but if that was the only mystery, there's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is that really it?
No, not that. Fast
Weird
forward.
to say they're both. I mean, the walls are different. The designs on the floor.
We've already settled. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
I got it.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Let's read it right here. Damn it.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Wow,
really it?
I
It's
am.
weird to say they're both.
I'm making a fool of myself here.
We've already settled. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Yeah, Soda. Yeah.
In truth, are actually the exact same place.
Shot it.
No, that's wrong.
I gotta get adapted to these controls again.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Your kingdom did what now?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
As if the room itself rotated 180 degrees, almost.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Well, screw me then. I don't know.
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
Nagito!
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Oh no, I'm not clashing swords with Sonia, am I? Oh
Then how
no!
about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
That's impossible.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
He can't interfere with the crime scene.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
You're being real dense, Miss Sonia. I gotta push you down. Look at all these swords.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Oh, wait.
It seems you have forgotten.
No, I have the solution. Oh, no, it was right there. Go back.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong.
Go back.
Using the power of the futuristic pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Oh, no, that was it. Damn it.
Damn it!
I saw it.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by
Right
piece.
here.
I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Oh wow, you can chop really fast.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard
I
even
got
for
it this
Monokuma,
time.
don't you think?
I think.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the pillar, the body, everything
There.
at the crime.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Even if everything would have been moved, the oil would still be in the same spot.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Yes.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired-up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Apparently not. That throws my first theory out the window.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
Right.
If they're not the same building, or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
No, she's just deep in thought. This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. And the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Nagito?
Hey, Nagito.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
No big deal or anything.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Okay. Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
The final dead room, right? The life-threatening game. Yep, right there. Life-threatening game. I was the only one that did Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see!
Strengthened my body and my mind to find the answer.
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
Are we gonna see what's outside that window?
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Show us.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Oh, that's true.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
What are like pine trees doing on a tropical island?
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture? What am I don't... I really... The fact that there are trees?
Here!
Oh, was that...
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Oh, I'm dumb. I found this by accident, like, oh, there are trees. Not the fact that he's high up, and this should be on the first floor.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. Oh. I see now. I'm a dumbass. I don't know why. This is literally the picture. I don't know why I thought that, like, this here was the final dead room's tower and, like, it's looking out this way. This is literally a photo that he took of his point of view. I don't know. I'm a little out of it if you couldn't tell. But the obvious thing is, one, these trees are too high up, so he has to be higher up. And if he was on the ground floor, he wouldn't be able to see this much of the sky, right?
Here!
Okay.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
That is also true.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no grape house at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. We're going snowboarding! Oh great, I have to remember how to do this again. So let's go faster. Brake. Jump. Okay. Whoop. Woohoo. Oh my god, whoa. Whoa, those just come up right the hell out of nowhere. Ow. Okay, take it slow. It's best if I take it slow. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yes. Okay. Yeah, they do indeed both exist. Whoo! Wow. Okay, I'm not boosting on this that much anymore. Next question. Nope. Woohoo! Okay. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same buildings or two different buildings? I still think they're the same. Like, if the towers are the same, the buildings have to be the same, right? Yeah. Take it slow. Take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Alright. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? They're clearly not horizontal because the photo Nagito took just proved that, so... They're vertical? Wait, so they're going... Oh... Suddenly I see a different picture being painted.
It's all coming together!
It is all coming together.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where Strawberry House is located? The picture. So then... it'd be above Grape House. Yeah, because that's where the photo is taken from a higher up point.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
So it's 3 levels of Grape House and then 3 levels of Strawberry House. Is what I'm led to believe.
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Wait, what? Oh my head hurts. The first floor of Strawberry is the 4th floor. Oh, wait, no. Now it makes more sense. Because Grape House is the first 1, 2, 3 floors. The 4th floor is the first of Strawberry. So it's grape, and then strawberry. Okay.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Me neither.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with 2 different shapes.
Well, we were at like an amusement park. I'm sure most of the buildings are structured differently to kind of give the magical appeal.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
It did.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were 2 separate, distinct buildings.
I like the visual representation because this makes a lot more sense to me.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those 2 houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
He's doing a lot of things without your knowledge, Monami.
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
That's very true.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Make Senpai Nevermind notice you. Build yourself up, Kazuichi, because I'm just gonna use these bullets and knock you right down a few pegs.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean
That's-
a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Oh, he's crying. A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed. Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that even possible? No. No, it's not. Nekomaru even told us.
Mystery in a flash.
He told us this.
Dumbass. One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No, hit that, hit that, hit that. Thank you.
No, that's wrong.
That can't be the case because of the sensors inside the
Nekomaru's
building.
body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
By your own account.
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so he couldn't have built a dummy.
That's very true.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Oh no, it's happening. They're gonna... They're putting Kazuichi on the cutting board.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Oh, thank you, Chiaki.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Wait, you wanted to kill him?
I'm even more disappointed.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You're almost back to buddy status. Just stop being a dick, okay?
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
What?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
You mean an elevator? Oh my... No. Do not make me do a Hangman's Gambit. I'm not Hangman Gambiting. Oh! Sometimes you people are just really dumb. I need an L. That's what I need. L, E. Oh, damn it, I destroyed the T. Oh, there we go. That was the most successful Hangman's Gambit I've done so far. That was almost fluid.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? An elevator? Yeah, you know, the things we use in our everyday lives. It's the stairs for lazy people. An elevator? Actually, scratch that. An escalator is stairs for lazy people. An elevator... It could also be considered stairs or a lift for lazy people, but I mean, you don't want to walk 60 flights up on a building. If you want to get to the top floor, you'd rather just take the elevator. I'm rambling, of course.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
What is an elevator? What sorcery is this?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself.
Oh, what?
The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
Oh. Interesting. the plot, it thickens.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
Yep.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
To confuse us, maybe?
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
Confusion.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Deception.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Yeah.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
That's that is an optimistic lookout, Chiaki.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they're all moved with the elevator. The one thing they all have in common is... no... But those shouldn't really be an issue. They were all on the floor? Wait. What if the room itself doesn't move? What if just the floor moves?
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
The whole circular, like, cylinder of the room doesn't move as a whole, just the floor.
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
I think I already have,
The reason
Chiaki.
is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Only only the floor moves.
I see!
Yes!
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
I can assume as much.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
Right.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, Mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Take responsibility for your actions, mister.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
No, thank you.
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Right. Damn this creaky chair. It's comfortable, but it creaks like no tomorrow. Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair the button, but... seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
Right.
The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Oh, it's okay, boy. It's okay.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Right. Where are you going with this?
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
By going up and down?
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Oh.
But does this reflect reality?
No.
Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Well, let's see what evidence we're working with here. There's a lot of accounts. I feel like I should read those.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Oh my god, the soda face of nightmares. Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct? Wait, let me look at
the two houses are connected.
What accounts do I have?
vertically.
Akane,
The elevator should
Fuyuhiko,
move.
and Kazuichi. Apparently Akane heard a rumbling noise at 5:30. Fuyuhiko saw Nekomura walking towards the first floor Strawberry House at 5. The compass needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. That wouldn't necessarily be vertical then, would it? Because if it's going 180 degrees, it spun a 180. Let's try this. Kazuichi's account on vertical.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Right there.
No, that's wrong!
It didn't give me like a resounding sound effect of confirmation.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
So let's say in theory the elevator moved horizontal and vertical, like in a combination of the two?
That.
Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
That's what I thought.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Right. That's the optical illusion.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
You mean the thing that we are currently trapped in, which is an amusement park?
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Thank you, Monokuma.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
You know, you might as well just waste your breath on us puny, pea-sized mortals.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Are you serious right now? Gosh, I haven't completed middle school. I don't know shapes. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm...
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I guess so. Otherwise I'd have to Google it.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Substitute my ass.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Right... here? Oh, wait. Oops. I don't think it connected. Wait, the top part of group. 1, 2, 3. This is 6, and then No?
Crap!
I'm making a fool of myself. Oh, I was checking something. What the hell are they talking about? 4? These are all 4 sides. This is all 6 sides. I don't know what I'm... I don't know what I'm supposed to select. Because Grape House is 6-sided. Unless, like... Oh no, we've already established how the elevator works. I'm trying to figure out where the octagon is located.
Crap!
Is it here? No? Is this like a precise place of looking? Because like... I have no idea where to click. Strawberry House is the octagon. Isn't Strawberry House 4-sided? Yeah. Strawberry House is 4-sided. The elevator is a cube. Grape House is... Grape House is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grape House is 6-sided. I say this was helpful looking at it like this, but now I just like I can't see it. Like my brain is just Hello, Morgan. How are you? I'm puzzled. What the Okay, good. I'm glad that I'm not the only one that's lost at this, because I don't know. I've clicked the elevator, I've clicked Strawberry House, I've clicked Grape House. I don't see what other structure on this building could have 8 sides. Like, maybe if I looked at it from a top-down view, but, like, I don't know. Because Nagito would have wound up in... If he did the challenge... If Nagito did the challenge, he would have been in Strawberry House. Guys, I know I'm not too bright. If you have any suggestions on where to go, then that'd be much appreciated right now, because I've tried. I wish you could, like, turn the structure itself to get, like, different points of view of it. It's like, right now, I'm not seeing it. Right, the murder took place in... Nekomaru was murdered in the Grape Tower, which would be the bottom part of that yellow pillar. Right? So Nekomaru's body was found at the base of the yellow tower to the left. How Nagito ended up where Hajime was. Well, Hajime and Chiaki were in the lounge in Grape House. That's on the 2nd floor, and implying that Nagito came from the ceiling. That would be the 3rd floor of Grape House, right? But I swore I clicked that already.
Crap!
So logically, Nagito came down from the 3rd floor. Because the lounge is on... Oh crap! Wait, did I just lose? Oh my god, I think I lost. I didn't look at the clock, I was talking to myself, oh my god.
Crap!
Oh my god, I'm taking so much damage. Oh my god, this is terrible. Right here. No, what? I'm probably going to die. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's not counting down, right? No. I know what shape an octagon is. How is Hajime able to see the ultimate weapon? Oh, how is Nagito? Yeah. Well, implying that he saw the ultimate weapon, he didn't look out the window. He went into a room. Between red and yellow?
Crap!
This is gonna be like a really like pixel perfect bullshit like place to click. No?
Crap!
Oh wait, between, wait. No, I double clicked. I'm going to kill myself!
Crap!
I'm literally just gonna kill myself. Like, that's right there? Oh my god, it's... this cursor is so freaking... You're about to see the first Danganronpa game over. Just kill me. Just kill me. I don't care. Nekomaru, I loved you, buddy, but I'm sorry. The trial's come to an end because this freaking idiot doesn't know where to freaking click his freaking cursor. I'm the Blackened. Everyone's going to die. Hajime's not the Blackened. Too bad. The true Blackened has graduated splendidly. Congratulations. The person in charge of your lives is a complete and utter fuckwad. And now, The others will be punished! Oh, that means you too, Hajime.
This is our end?
Would you like to retry? Yes.
We will never give up!
Fuck this. Oh, full health? Oh, cool, full health. That's great. Meh. Meh.
Here!
What?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Excuse me. What? Hold on, I'm looking at this at playback. Where the hell did I even click? I clicked... What? I clicked underneath the... I clicked underneath the tallest blue tunnel, like... I clicked beneath Strawberry Tunnel? Strawberry Hall. Oh my god. I don't care. I literally... I could give less of a damn right now. I'm just gonna roll with it and see what bullshit excuse they have for how this makes sense.
Why is that place the Octagon?
I would love to know, Fuyuhiko. Apparently I know, but... I
You
don't.
know how the four-sided strawberry house is on top of the six-sided grape house? If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That literally makes no sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How does it become an 8? I'm starting to really hate this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 6-sided shape. I'm sorry, I don't see it. I'm moving on. I don't see it.
The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
I'm hella pissed right now. For
Then
no other
there
reason
too?
besides that was complete and utter BS. And now my dog is barking, and now it's just putting me even more on edge because I'm a pissed off little ball of...
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
All these squares make a circle. Yeah, apparently. Apparently.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
2 + 2 = fish.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
What does this mean? Double rainbow all the way across the sky. How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who's the killer who did that? If you put me on a break right now... Oh my god.
Hiya!
I'm equal parts frustrated and really pissed off right now. I don't know who done it. I could care less who done it. He probably committed suicide from mirroring the first game. I don't know.
I can already tell I won't be pleased by this.
Then let me say it right away.
I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word.
Mon ami is a serious Stufatly.
That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stufatly, huh?
That's not it. That's not it at all.
Morgan, you have no reason to apologize. I didn't know what the heck was going on. Like, this is just kind of ridiculous.
Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Stufatly.
Oh, but what? There's a fat hidden in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Mon ami is a serious Stufatly.
It's okay. Yeah, let's save our progress. Let's go right back into this thing and just finish this thing and bring Nekomaru to justice.
Hello.
No!
Your day is well.
It is not well, and you are not making it any more well by having your stupid white and pink contrasted face on my television screen. Oh, I now see why Monokuma likes to punch you, because I'm sure it's really, really satisfying.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
I haven't been keeping up with the Monami mini adventure. I plan to just do that like on my own time. I played like a little bit of it in practice.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Oh no, that's the Monami minigame is unlocked after the first trial. So yeah, I played a little bit of it. I got a general gist of it, but I don't think I played enough to get like a good feel for what it does in terms of progression. I just know it's usually her. I think it's just her fighting the Mana Beasts in a mini game.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
You got it, Bunny.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Me neither. Sounds kind of BS if you ask me.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Oh, the minigame is actually story important? Oh. Finish what you can after this trial. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll probably have to work on that then.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
I wish I knew.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
The copious amounts of drool dribbling from your mouth says otherwise, Akane.
Akane! You are drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Got hit over the head. Next. Proceed. Cause of death. Hardly damaged if he was beaten senseless with blunt objects, and if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. It was beaten with... I would wager being... that he wasn't beaten, his battery didn't die, and the elevator didn't crush him because it grounded itself, so that just leaves falling?
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
So, he fell and that caused him to die? That's interesting to say the least.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
The top floor?
Possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
That's what I was thinking.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Yeah, maybe, but what if, like, the door was forced open?
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve the mystery next. Okay, let's see what we got here.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor?
Yeah.
As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Wait.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Wait a minute.
When the elevator is on the...
Hold on a minute. You just said moving objects. Hold on, let me... When this button is pressed, all of his functions cease and he's forced to enter sleep mode, so he won't be moving. So if you use this against moving objects?
1st floor. You can't go through the door.
It'd be impossible to shut...
Then, how about after locking Nekomaru in, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop?
Yeah, not moved, but moving
Hold
objects.
on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong!
He's not moving if he's in sleep mode. He's incapable of moving.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. there would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No.
What about the oil on the floor?
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yes.
I agree with that.
It does.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot, and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
He fell 3 floors to his death.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
Thank you, Monami, for interjecting.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
You get out of here, past bro.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Alright, Soda. You and me, mano a mano.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his... Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode. If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Figured out how the killer dropped Nekomaru. Wait. Do I have information on his internal clock or whatever? This is when we heard the impact. Nekomaru uses the alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. The clock's arms are stopped at 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30. So he was forced into sleep mode, woke up at 7:30, saw himself suspended, and then he fell to his death. So if we use this on... Yeah, clock's alarm timer, right? It's not the clock itself. You know, clock alarm timer, use this on... I think he said something about sleep mode. We have to do that.
What?
Oh,
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Wait. There.
If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the... But in that case... Damn it! Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
It's possible that he...
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
There we go. Keep on trucking.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
And it can't be altered. He said that himself. And even Kazuichi even confirmed that as well.
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Yep.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full force! Ah! With an fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... oh, he loosened it. He loosened the doorknob himself. That's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so!
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey! Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this!
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of what happened to him was... cola came out of his eyes. He hit the pillar.
I see!
That's only logical.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
That's why his head is caved in. There's oil on the pillar. Oh my god. Yeah, the hammer... just as I thought, the hammer was a red herring.
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m., and if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. 'Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I.
That's absolutely right. Why does his clock say 7:30 then?
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Taichi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
Oh no.
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Well, it's an analog. It's not digital. It's analog. What if he died at 7:30 p.m.?
That's what I want to know.
It's just one after another. But I can't choke up. I can't choke up at a time like this, like I just did. Just a little more, and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Back into the mix. Why are there always freaking 7 bullets?
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering.
Wait, but you can't tamper with this, can you? The radio clock? It can't be tampered with, not even to set the time, so this should always be on time.
They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's wrong!
I almost missed that right there.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Nope.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Logic dive? Logic dive. Okay. Back at it again. Okay. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Oh, there's a middle ground choice on this too? We're talking about the time, so I think that's what we have messed up. Because we know where it happened, and we don't know who the killer is yet, so... Okay. Wait, do I gotta... Whoa! Oh, that was cool. I was like, how am I gonna do this? Oh, that's sick. Gnarly, bro. Which clock was tampered with? The clock radio could not have been. So, yes, it would be the building's clocks, because we can't tamper with Nekomaru's clock. Oop. Whoop. I kind of like Logic Dive. This is kind of fun. Oh, I spoke too soon. That was close. Oop. Woohoo! Which house had the wrong time? It'd be both, because it'd be both of them, because when he checked the clocks, when Fuyuhiko checked both the clocks in the houses, they were the same, as if they hadn't been tampered with. So we can't say that one was wrong when they were both the same.
It's all coming together! You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
Plus, we haven't really seen any, like, the time of day outside, so we would have no knowledge of what time it is when we wake up or when we go to sleep.
This is truly fantastic!
We can only assume based on the time on the clocks.
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
That's the major problem. I think I already know. Because, hold on. I think I have this as evidence, don't I? This, yeah, at 5:30, the alarm wall clock in the lounge went off on the second floor. At 5:30, the alarm went off. What if in actuality that was 7:30? Right? So there'd be a 2-hour difference. Because I remember he said that he was in the lounge really early, and the alarm started going off. So there's a 2-hour difference, I assume? That's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna reach the truth in one go. And certainly not get a game over on some stupid visual puzzle. That'd be dumb of me. Okay.
If the time...
We got a bunch of accounts again, so I'm just gonna look them over again. I kinda heard a rumbling sound. Oh. I think I found it already.
And the building was all messed up. Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Nekomaru and the pillar. Or presumably Nekomaru hitting the pillar.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Excuse me, princess?
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I
2
heard
hours.
That sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
2 hours.
I see!
Just as I suspected.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
Save for the body discovery announcement.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, You definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
The killer also used a specific thing. Tai Chi, because that's at 7:30 in the morning, right?
I see!
Yep.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning
at 7, right? Not
7 a.m. for
7:30.
that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m., and if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep.
At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Oh.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right?
I didn't even think of that. I just thought that he was just pissed off that, like, the murder happened and then Tai Chi would have been canceled.
We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Well, that covers Soda, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko. And then I was with the girls, so...
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Hold on, can I look at... I can't look at evidence. So, the three guys that have an airtight alibi that were there with the clock would be Gundam, Kazuichi, and Fuyuhiko. And then, meanwhile, I was with the girls, so... Me, Chiaki, Sonia, and Akane... You dirty rat! You dirty S.O.B. Nagito Komeda.
You're the only one!
You!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
I have you now.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
Right.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Wouldn't that kill you?
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Yeah, Gundam.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Oh, wait. I know why he didn't.
You're definitely fucking lying.
Does it talk about that in the evidence or no? Doesn't think so. But when we were talking about the rooms, when we were giving rooms out to everyone, there was the 2 crappy rooms, 1 regular room, and 2 deluxe. Those deluxe room walls are soundproof.
However, that is also true for me.
Sonia was in a deluxe room too, so she couldn't hear anything.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House.
Because they were both sleeping in deluxe rooms with soundproof walls.
But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know.
I think I know.
Think about what the 3 of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
You're all sleeping in one of the deluxe rooms. You are kidding me! Deluxe. Yeah, deluxe rooms. No, don't collide. Whew. Come on, it wasn't even on the screen yet. CNS. Come on, I don't care. There we go. There we go. Okay. So does that give them an alibi then?
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The 3 of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. Standard may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the Chromie room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
I really hate you, and I really wish you were the killer.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec! Why does that lead to who the killer is?
I don't know.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
the fact of, like, what rooms were chosen is a decisive factor on who the killer is?
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. I have to pick someone? Oh my... Oh, controller's down. I don't know. I don't know who it is. I have no friggin' idea. I don't know. Who had deluxe rooms? Who was able to hear the rumble but shouldn't have? Crap, I don't even know, like... Deluxe rooms were Sonia. As we said before, it was Sonia, Chiaki, Nagito. Was one more deluxe room given out? I don't... Hold on. Excuse me, I'm gonna pull up my previous stream. Because I can't... Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Actually, no, maybe by process of elimination, I don't even have to do that. So, there were 3 in the deluxe rooms. I was with the girls. So Chiaki and Sonia already took the deluxe rooms on their side. And then I took a crummy room. Akane took one of the middle rooms. Like, the so-so room. Let me think here. So that's 4 people accounted for. The only others are Kazuichi, Mekamaru, Gundam, Fuyuhiko. I don't remember what rooms each of them took, so that's what's making it difficult. But some people had to take the deluxe rooms, right? You know, Akane took a crummy room, yeah. Are we trying to pin Akane as the... Akane wouldn't kill Nekomaru, though. Yeah, knowing Soda's luck, he definitely got a crummy room. But there's no way... I don't want to believe... Yeah, Fuyuhiko was in the lounge. So he wasn't in a room. So Soda probably got a crummy room. Fuyuhiko was in the lounge. Yeah, the people who were present at the alarm were Fuyuhiko, Gundam, and Kazuichi. Those 3 people were present when the alarm went off in the lounge. Also, I've been meaning to ask, like, Immortal XR, is that supposed to be you, Raoul, or is this somebody else? And if it's somebody else, I apologize, I thought you were somebody else, but also welcome to the stream and thank you for your continued support and advice giving, because I'm a terrible individual that can't do these things on my own. Yeah, Process of elimination. Somebody else, okay. My apologies. I just saw the R in your name. One of my common mistake. One of my other friends in here, one of my moderators, has an R in their name, and I guess I assumed, so that's what happens when you assume. I guess you make an ass out of you and me, but I hope you're enjoying the stream thus far. I thank you for your continued support. And I think I just found out. I know who it is. And again, I don't want to believe it. Morgan? Ashley? Me? Hold on tight. Hold on tight.
You're the only one!
No!
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
No! No!
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
He shouldn't have been able to hear it.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it.
But Gundam heard it.
So why were you able to hear that alarm?
I don't want to kill you!
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
Gundam, you killed Nekomaru?
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus, it's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Gundam.
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, How many ears do we possess?
10?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
I don't want to believe it.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nothing but sass out of your mouth since this trial started.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
No, mister, we are pulling out the bed, you are laying down on it, I am getting my best false accent on, and I'm going to ask you, how does this make you feel, and we're gonna sort out your problems.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
The secret passage?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Nagito proved this much.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
But it wasn't.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
There was.
How much longer
Did
do
I
you
really
plan to
not
lecture
highlight-
me? Why don't we stop this already?
I need to take secret passage and use it as only means of travel because Nagito proved that there's a secret passage here.
That elevator, the only means of travel, as long as that your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot...
Since I was at there's no question that the following
It would have been different if they hadn't...
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Thank you.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already?
I really should utilize slowdown a lot more, but I don't.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, that's wrong!
That's where you're wrong, Gundam.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Care to shed some light on this, Nagito?
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Yep, why are you here? Because I showed up. How'd you get here? I
There's a
teleported.
secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show off. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Let's go, buddy.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
You're not the Hulk. You're a breeder.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist,
God, these are hard to hit.
you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I'm out of cuts. Please,
Can't
no.
back down!
Okay, we're dueling. I win this! Don't button mash against me, I will win.
The secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! You don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Where'd you get the wire, Gundam?
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Right.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Yep.
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what do you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also,
yeah, you're right, he is stealing my shtick.
Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Morgan, I think it's safe to say if Gundam gets punished, all of his hamsters in turn get punished.
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded.
Unless he acted on his own and didn't use his hamsters.
They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
Actually, no, if I think about it, if his Dark Devas of Destruction weren't used, then technically they're not guilty. He could have acted on his own solely.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
No, that's my shtick.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower.
He's still going.
There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
But what if? And just what if it's not one-on-one? What if it's 5-on-1? Oh no, oh my god, oh my god. Literally, he showed off for Sonya too. One of his Dark Devas literally just like sprung from his hand and hit the button for the freaking elevator. Oh my god, the hamsters are in on it too, aren't they?
As I thought, truly succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion.
Did you use your hamsters as guinea pigs?
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Here we go. PTA.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get
For Dark Devas.
This is the end!
You used your own hamsters against him.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Look, this is just what I was talking about.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue,
Sorry, I may have just bumped my mic. I hope that didn't show up.
one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
I don't want to trample it.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
I don't want to sentence you to death. But you murdered a dear friend. And I have no choice. Who set the lounge clock alarm? Oh, wait, right, I don't. Right. Who was in the lounge since earlier this morning? Wouldn't be there. What time did he go see Nekomaru? I don't see anything there. Nekomaru's weakness is... I don't see those there either. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. Nope. The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? I don't see that. There are like 10 pages here. What was the fake weapon? That. Who gathered at the lounge? And Nekomaru was dangling. Is this how he fell? Yeah, why did he fall? Because the doorknob broke off. Stock 2. Let's go back a little bit. Kiss the pillar, damn it! The hell? Who was in the lounge since early this morning? That would be Fuyuhiko. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? That's not said there. Nekomaru's weakness is the button. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. Then Nekomaru fell and... Wait, who heard the rumbling noise? I did. Square one. Would this be here? Okay, yes. Who set the alarm? Who was in the lounge since early this morning? That'd still be Fuyuhiko. It still isn't here yet. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? That's all about the elevator, so this would probably be after the fact. Yeah, right here. Killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? Last stock. Who was in the lounge? Fuyuhiko. When did he see him? Then.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Here we go.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final death room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
It's the sad truth. Gundam is our killer.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that!
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
You best have a damn good send-off is all I'm saying. Really, an A? Even though I did so crappy on that one puzzle? Oh well.
This this result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I'm sorry, Morgan. Sorry, Ashley. It has to happen.
Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
I'm sad too, Ash. I'm sad too. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. Yeah, good catch, CJ. What was it? Oh yeah, also I looked back at the achievements. Apparently, doing the escape the room thing in full, no achievement. Nothing. So in all fair honesty, I could have just skipped that and not felt any worse.
Nice!
Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either. So do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost. And died.
Damn it!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain! Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And that is what happened. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower myself.
I can see it!
No one would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I do not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomoro Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment. A mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life. That is just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools ever heard the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well!
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did?
But...
Sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Don't make your friends into burgers. More importantly, don't make your friends into butter. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But, even so, don't you think it's better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime.
You...
What about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
After listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka!
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster! My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools!
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible! Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin!
Yes, indeed!
Yay! Got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait!
This is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you!
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam.
It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
I do not mind. However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Here we go. Oh no! No, no, no! My heart. There was no hell for a man like that. He was a breeder who cared for his animals. He didn't deserve a dark despair of hell. For all of his love and consideration that he hid under a false facade, that man truly deserved to pass into heaven. You will be missed. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still linger deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then, what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me!
The worst.
Why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We wouldn't just stand here. We shouldn't just stand here. It's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so it's okay for you to hurry over back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this?
Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Akane?
Hey!
Hold on a sec! That mood shift is too damn fast!
It's not like that.
Oh, this game is about the same length as the first game. They were both 6 chapters long. Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. Seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Well, I think on average most chapters take me roughly 6 hours. It's morning, free time, investigation, and then trial. That's usually, if I can fly right through it, it ranges between 6 hours at minimum to 8 hours maximum. The last case of Danganronpa 1 took me roughly 10 hours because everyone's like, oh no, there's only 2 hours left. It took me 4 hours to finish it up, so I was literally streaming for 10 hours straight. That was fun. I hated myself after that.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. You're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. Back at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming for us.
You hate Chapter 5? Why is that? Or can you not say because it will give spoilers? Okay, that is all.
The only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight.
God, everyone hates the next chapter. Wonderful. Oh, God, I can't wait.
Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette.
Whoa. Great, Raoul wants to be here to cheer me on and see me wallow in despair.
Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else too. But it's just too funny. I mean,
No one could tell that I was lying. A personal touch? There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
Damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
What's up? Your face looks scary.
I see. So you can tell me.
Perhaps you found out who the traitor is.
You know me well.
Well.
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet.
I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room.
Oh yeah. What about it?
There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
There's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But the file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course!
That's right. I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
if this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information?
What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is.
What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say, I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignore it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me.
Their existence means nothing, huh?
No!
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff.
That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No!
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well,
I knew you would say that.
Besides, I just want to be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on.
Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, step ladders such as myself and despair exist.
You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say that belief Reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Or perhaps quite the opposite.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you were even involved in something like this.
Well...
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called the ultimate hope.
The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
There's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island... Wouldn't that be exciting? We're counting down again. 5 days left. We're running out of time. And we're running out of friends. 7 remain. To be continued. Oh, the Hellhound earring. All right. That's it for now. It's safe to say I'm emotionally drained from this. That was heavy. Well, I guess next time on Danganronpa 2, next weekend, we'll be starting up Chapter 5. According to a few of you in the chat, you know full well what I'm getting into. And it sounds like hell. Oh god, I can't wait. See you guys next time.